Whispers of Time: How to Make Thoughtful Decisions. Imagine that every decision you make today is a brick that builds your future. Have you ever thought about how those choices could impact your entire life? Each choice, no matter how small, is like a brick building the fortress of your life. We can't always see the results immediately, but each decision gradually shapes our future, step by step. So how can we make decisions that are not only smart, but also truly meaningful, helping us improve our lives every day? Imagine someone standing at a crossroads, each path leading to a different future. Choosing the wrong path can lead to regret, but choosing the right one can open up opportunities and success. The hesitation and pressure in each of these moments make our decisions more important than ever. And in this video, we will listen to the whispers of time stories that have inspired millions, lessons from history, and stories of famous successful people. How did they choose when they faced the major crossroads of their lives? Sit back, relax, and join me as we go through these stories to understand how we can make more profound and wise decisions. Listen carefully, because what you learn today might become valuable advice for your own future. Let's begin with the story of Abraham Lincoln. Before becoming the President of the United States, Lincoln faced a series of failures from business ventures to politics. He failed in business, lost elections to the legislature, and even faced difficulties in his personal life. But instead of making hasty decisions in frustration, Lincoln learned to step back, reflect, and make careful decisions. He understood that a decision made in a moment of anger could ruin every good opportunity that might come later. This mindset helped him become one of the greatest presidents of the United States, leading the country through the difficult period of the Civil War. Lincoln was not the only one who learned to make well-thought-out decisions. Think about Steve Jobs. When he was fired from the company he founded Apple, many thought that Jobs' career was over. But he did not make the rash decision to give up or retaliate. Instead, Jobs took the time to reassess himself, founded a new company called Next, and invested in Pixar, and eventually returned to Apple, transforming it into one of the most successful technology companies in the world. Jobs demonstrated that taking the time to reflect and choose carefully can yield far better results than reacting impulsively. So, why is thoughtful decision-making so important? When we make decisions quickly, we often rely on momentary emotions or pressure from our surroundings. These emotions, no matter how strong, are just fleeting moments that do not reflect the bigger picture. On the other hand, when we take time to analyze and reflect, we can see different aspects of a problem, recognize opportunities and challenges, and identify potential risks. Another story from ancient history is that of King Solomon, considered the wisest king in human history. When two women came to him, both claiming to be the mother of the same child, Solomon did not rush to judgment. Instead, he proposed cutting the child in half to give each woman a part. It was from the mother's reactions that Solomon discovered who the real mother was. Solomon showed us that sometimes waiting and observing others' reactions can help us make the right decision. The story of Solomon can also be applied to modern life when we face complex situations that require deep understanding to make decisions. A classic example is in business, where leaders must decide on a development strategy for the company. For instance, Howard Schultz, the founder of Starbucks, made bold decisions in expanding into international markets. Schultz did not just rely on intuition. He took the time to study the culture and preferences of each country before bringing Starbucks there. This careful and deliberate approach helped Starbucks succeed on a global scale. In fact, there are many closer examples that show the importance of thoughtful decision-making. For example, in the construction industry, decisions about design and materials require careful consideration. Rushed decisions could lead to tragic incidents, such as the bridge collapse in Genoa, Italy in 2018, which was attributed to negligence and poor maintenance. This demonstrates that decisions related to safety must be thoroughly considered. Similarly, Mahatma Gandhi, the leader of India's independence movement, had to make numerous important decisions related to the nonviolent movement. Whenever he faced pressure from the British authorities or his colleagues, Gandhi always stepped back and reflected. He often sought advice from those around him and from people with experience. Thanks to his calmness and thoughtful decision-making, Gandhi successfully led India's independence movement without resorting to violence. In the field of sports, careful decisions can also bring great success. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, faced a tough decision when he switched from basketball to baseball in 1993. Although he failed to become a baseball star, Jordan realized that his true passion was basketball. His decision to return to the NBA helped him and the Chicago Bulls win multiple championships. This shows that sometimes looking back and changing decisions can lead to remarkable success. In technology, Elon Musk is a prime example of careful decision-making. When he founded SpaceX, Musk faced the risk of bankruptcy after 3 consecutive rocket launch failures. Instead of giving up, he took the time to research, analyze, and improve the process. Eventually, the 4th launch succeeded, paving the way for SpaceX to become one of the leading private space companies in the world. Musk showed us that perseverance and thoughtful decision-making can change the fate of an entire company and even an industry. In our personal lives, making well-thought-out decisions can help us avoid regrettable mistakes. For example, when deciding on a major or career, many young people succumb to family or societal pressures without considering what they truly want. One memorable story is that of Oprah Winfrey, one of the most powerful women in media. When she was young, Oprah faced pressure from her family and community regarding her career choice. But instead of conforming to others' expectations, she took the time to listen to herself, to find out what she was truly passionate about, and ultimately pursued a career in media. That decision changed her life completely, making her a media icon and an inspiration to millions worldwide. Another example from everyday life is the story of a young father who decided to move to provide his child with a better educational opportunity. Initially, this decision faced opposition from the family, as it meant leaving behind a familiar environment and starting over. However, the father carefully considered the long-term benefits, putting his child's future first, and ultimately decided to move to a place with a better education system. As a result, his child had a good learning environment, developed strongly, and achieved remarkable academic success. This demonstrates that sometimes difficult but thoughtful decisions can bring long-term benefits not only for us, but also for our families. These stories teach us a valuable lesson. Haste often leads to poor decisions, and waiting can give us the chance to see the bigger picture. In reality, whenever we make a decision, we need to consider multiple factors, not just momentary emotions, but also long-term aspects such as personal values, life goals, and the impact of our decisions on others. This is especially important in the modern context, where we constantly face decisions related to work, family, and social relationships. Another real-life example comes from the medical field. Doctors, when deciding on surgery for a patient, must consider every detail. A hasty decision could lead to unforeseen consequences. That's why they need to consult with other specialists, and careful diagnosis before making the final decision can save a life. This highlights the importance of thoughtful decision-making, especially when that decision could affect a person's life. In our daily lives, we may not face major decisions like Lincoln, Jobs, or Gandhi, but each small choice contributes to the overall picture of our lives. For example, deciding who to spend time with, which habits to maintain, or how we respond to criticism all of these impact our quality of life. If we take the time to think carefully before acting, we have the opportunity to improve not only ourselves, but also our relationships with those around us. Finally, I want you to remember that our lives are a series of decisions. Every day, we stand before countless choices, big and small, and those decisions shape who we become. Remember, thoughtful decisions not only help you avoid mistakes, but also help you create the life you truly desire. Never underestimate the power of a small decision, as it could sometimes change the course of your entire life. So, let me ask you, when was the last time you had to make a difficult decision? And what did you do to ensure it was the best choice for you? Share your story in the comments so we can learn from each other and inspire one another. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the follow button so you don't miss the next content. Each new video will be part of your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. See you in the next journeys, where we will learn how to live not just a successful life, but a truly meaningful one.